Yo guys, my name is Jeracraft and welcome to Kingdoms of Greymane, my first ever Minecraft creation. Now, although you may think that this is a magnificent city, in reality, this city is nowhere near its completion. Seriously guys, we have it all, from floating houses to incomplete areas of the map, not to mention a terrible use of color. So guys, there's not much more for me to say, but subscribe and stay tuned to this all new transformation series. And without further ado, let's get down to building. Right guys, now for today's video we are going to be transforming the inner city. This grants you access to the mountain, which for those of you who don't know, features everything from a library, a throne room, and even the lower city mines. Now all these will be transformed in future videos, but for today let's start by giving the landscape a snappy transformation. I definitely prefer this version, not to mention getting rid of all that messy snow. For some reason it just didn't convince me. Right guys, so we're going to kick off today's transformation starting with the inner city gate. I'm going to change up on the design slightly and this time make sure we use a different set of colors. I'm going to try my best to make this look slightly more of the epic fantasy style that we usually go for. I'm going to add in some huge black chains and add some thickness to the build, making sure we get a bit of extra added depth. We definitely need to make an upgrade on those towers. I'm going to make them much taller and this time use different blocks such as clay and wood. We also need to make a serious upgrade on those flags. Right guys, so this is looking good enough for now, so let's jump onto transforming those inner city walls. Now really there's not much for me to do here. I'm just going to focus on upgrading those towers, making them slightly shorter than the gatehouse. I'm also going to add some extra bits of detail to the wall without getting too carried away because it was just extremely time consuming. And just to finish off on the outside, we might as well throw in this fancy looking walkway right up to the gatehouse. I think it looks quite nice using a combination of different bits of stone. Oh boy, now this is where things get really challenging. There's just so much stuff going on in this section of the build that it's kind of hard to tell what to aim for at this point. Right now it's just a matter of moving things about, building, destroying, and kind of getting ready for a huge transformation. This is literally a complete makeover. So I'm definitely getting rid of most of the old content, and this is a huge risk because I don't even know if this is even going to work out. It could turn out to be a complete and utter disaster. But either way, once we make some more progress, I'll show you guys a before and after and see if we've actually made a significant change. Now guys, this might sound kind of crazy, but for the first time in 5 years, we finally have access to the mountain. So this is definitely a very important part of the video. I know it's taken me forever, but we can finally appreciate the fact that we can now walk up into the King's mighty fortress. So it's nice to see that we're making a decent amount of progress. Right guys, now this is where the magic happens. Over 3 hours of building time-lapsed into under 1 minute. And even after 3 hours of putting together this transformation, it was nowhere near completed. But I'll definitely show you guys a before and after so that we can check on its progress. Right now my main goal is to focus on using various different colors, mostly dark shades of grey, brown, and try and go for something along the lines of evil, but still trying to match the colors of the woodland landscape we have in the background. Honestly guys, it was incredibly tough, time consuming, very demanding with thousands of blocks placed, but honestly I enjoyed every single minute of it, especially when I get to share it with you guys. Okay, that was a bit cheesy, but anyway, let's go ahead and check on the before and after and see what progress and changes we've made. Now this is actually quite interesting because it shows Jeracraft back in 2013 versus Jeracraft 2017. Also bear in mind that this transformation is still unfinished. Either way, I like where this is going and hopefully you guys can get a rough idea too. Right guys, so let's continue with another final round of building. I'm sticking to the same kind of style, just generally expanding on the build size. I'm going to be adding a few extra towers and a much larger version of a fire pot we built earlier on. Now I really don't want to end this video so soon, but believe it or not, I'm actually catching a flight in 6 hours. I just had to upload this before leaving and giving you guys a sneak peek of what's to come in future videos. So don't worry, I'll be back in 3 days with plenty more video content coming up straight away. But for now guys, what do you think of this new approach to Kingdoms of Greymane?
10,000 years ago, my city was radiant. The jewel of the Night Elf Empire. Our people prospered for centuries, until...
Well guys, you know what time it is. A big thank you for watching today's video. Please don't forget to smash that like button, and I will see you in the next one. This is Jeracraft, over and out.